Hello Bacha Party, how are you all? Welcome back to second part of chapter 8 body movements. In previous part we have already seen about different types of movements, what are joints, what are bones. Today we are going to start with different types of joints in which the first joint is ball and socket joints. As the name suggests, what it will be? There will be one ball and one socket. Okay, let me see you the figure. Here in figure number 8.2 they have given us one bowl and one ball. Okay, in bowl they have placed the ball, so the ball can freely move inside the bowl, isn't it? Similarly in our body also this type of joints is present. This type of joints are present around our shoulder and our hip. As you can see here in figure number 8.3, the hip bone and thigh bone are connected using ball and socket joint. Okay, here the bones which are connected using these joints are freely movable. Okay, we can move our shoulder upside down, we can rotate our shoulder, isn't it? So in ball and socket joints our bones which are connected together are freely movable. So here is the question, how can move your shoulder? You can move it up down, side to side, or all around in circle, isn't it? As you can see here, the ball can be rotated inside the socket. By staying inside the socket, the ball can move up and down, side to side or round to round. That is, it is freely movable. I hope now you are clear with what is ball and socket joints. Okay, bacha bati? The next types of joint is pivotal joint. The joint where our neck joins the head is known as pivotal joint. So as you can see here in figure number 8.4, there is our head and our neck. So these two body parts were joined together. At that joint we known as pivotal joint. Okay, bacha party? This joint allow us to bend our head forward and backward. You can rotate your head, you can forward your head and you can backward your head with the help of this pivotal joint. Okay, and turn the head to our right and left. That is rotation of head. Try this movement. You can try this movement at present. Pause the video and you can rotate your head, you can forward your head and you can backward your head. How these movements are different from those our arms that can rotate completely in circle, as we have already seen in ball and socket joint we can rotate our arm, isn't it? In ball and socket joint. In pivotal joint a cylindrical bone rotates inside a ring. Okay, there is a cylindrical ball present inside the ring, due to which we can rotate it right to left and backward and forward. Okay, so our head and our neck are connected using C1 and C2. There are name given to our first two bones of our backbone. Okay, these two bones together form the pivot joint. Remember that bone C1 and C2 together form a pivotal or pivot joint. Okay, is it clear, bacha party? So C1 acts like the outer ring. As you can see in the figure, there is one ring and one cylinder type structure. So the C1 act like a ring. Okay. Now we need something that goes inside the ring, so it can be a pivot or pivotal joint. Okay. So let's see. So here C2 acts like the inner rod or cylinder. Okay, look at the pointing thing on C2. Okay, C1 and C2 together form a pivot joint. Is it clear to you? When C1 and C2 comes together, this is what it's look like. As you can see here in figure how C1 and C2 looks like. And by combining these two, we can or we have a pivotal joint inside our body. And for today, the last joint is hinge joint. This hinge type of joint you have observed in your daily life, such as when you open and close a door few times, you can observe the hinges of the door, isn't it? And observe these hinges of door carefully. What they do? They allow door to move back and forth. Similarly, our elbow movement, then our knee movement, okay, knee bones, elbow bones, as you can see here in figure number 8.5, direction of movement allowed by hinges like this, okay, it allow back and forth movement. As you can see in figure number 8.6, they have given hinge joints of the knee, okay. These are the different example of hinge joints. Hinge joints allow the two bones to move back and forth, okay. Similarly, like we opening the door and closing the door, and there are hinges present, okay. A door can go as far as this to open and it cannot go beyond that. Okay, you have observed that when you open the door, it can open up to certain limit, isn't it? And similarly, a door can go as far as this to close. We can close it up to a particular limit and it cannot go beyond that either. Is there a joint on the door? Yes. What's that joint? It's nothing but hinge. Isn't it, Bacha Party? Look at a door and you will be able to see hinge like this. In every door you will find this type of hinges. Even in old windows the hinges are present. Okay. Here the function of hinges is what? It attaches the door and the wall and lets it move. They allow the rotation, opening and closing of the door. Isn't it, Bacha Party? Similarly, hinge joint present in elbow joint or knee joint allows the same work, that allows the rotation of the two bone around the elbow and the knee. Okay? I hope now you are clear with what is hinge joint, and I hope you have learned all the three types of joint, that is, first is ball and socket joint, second is pivot or pivotal joint, and last is hinge joint. In next part we are going to learn about other joints. Okay, bacha party, till then take care.